Eigentlich tun. Ja, okay, Nachtvogel ist gefallen. Ja, bevor folgen wir der vorbeigehuschten Gestalt. Nicht wahr? Ja. Falls das jetzt ist, sehen wir das in der nächsten Folge. Falls hier jetzt noch so ein Schnitt kommt. Und wenn nicht, dann ja. Hat sich der Eike? Ja, hat sich der Scaramouche vielleicht geteilt? Das Körper vom Geist, und das, was wir gerade gesehen haben?
Nee.
Könnte ja sein. Oh, gleich direkt hier. Okay.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public.
Mit seinem lustigen Hut.
Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Sarasthana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up?
Und hat sie ihn anscheinend wohl aus den Koma schon wieder rausgeholt.
I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
Er soll Untersuchungen stattfinden. Er soll Untersuchungen machen in dem Baum selbst, oder wie war das gemeint sein?
A deal? You sure you trust this guy?
Ja, in seinem Fall hätte ich ein bisschen Angst. So, löschen wir doch mal ein paar Leute aus der Realität.
What did you
Man weiß ja
expect?
nicht, wie das geht.
Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
Wäre nicht schlecht. Obwohl, töten ist wahrscheinlich zu viel gesagt.
Ja,
Ich würde eher sagen, abschalten.
genau. Wäre das dann ein gesetzlich gesehen dann auch überhaupt noch ein Mord, wenn er keine richtige Person ist?
Wir nehmen ihm einfach seine Batterie raus.
Genau. Oh, wer ist so tiefsinnig. Oh, was macht einen Menschen aus?
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Wir haben es versucht.
Flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ja, und das Rätsel war, miHoYo brauchte einen neuen Charakter.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Ja, wenn du wieder von den Toten auferstehst, dann, ja, da hoffen wir mal aufs La Signora, Eike, nicht wahr?
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
Warum muss ich wieder an das Meme denken?
But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Da hat er einen Punkt, Eike, nicht wahr? Weißt du, ja, wir wissen, was du getan hast.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position.
Was mir ja Frage, Eike, ne, im Bezug auf den Kampf mit ihm, ne, nicht wahr? Was war das eigentlich für ein lila Zeug, was aus diesen Schläuchen, an denen er gehangen hat, was da in ihn reingegangen ist? Was war das eigentlich?
Wie die Quest.
Ja, ich hab diese Quest meinst du jetzt hier? Wird das da erklärt?
Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
Ich glaube, bei den Fatui wird aber nicht alles erzählt.
Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
I'm a loser, baby. Okay, dann, ja, passt.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the Harbingers.
Das ist so ein bisschen so wie die böse Version der Föderation aus dem Spiegeluniversum bei Star Trek, Eike, ne? Jeder denkt nur an seinen eigenen Vorteil.
Faszinierend.
So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Och, wie bedauerlich. Ja, es tut mir weh.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nihira, don't listen to him!
Genau, du darfst nicht vertrauen, er ist der Teufel. Nicht wahr, Eike? Naja, oder wem soll das simulieren? Ich meine, na Quatsch, wir sind ja der Teufel. Weil Paimon ist ja der Begleiter. Ach ja, diese ganze mythologische Geschichte.
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nihira, are you serious about this?
Ja, wäre es nicht besser, wenn man ihm vielleicht, was weiß ich, so eine Fußfessel verpassen würde, nicht wahr? Der sich dann nur nicht aus Sumeru herausbewegen kann?
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
Hä?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point.
Ja, da sind ja mehrere dabei, nicht nur wir. Nicht wahr, Eike? Da zählt ja auch der Primordial One dazu. Der ist ja auch wie heißt das Wort? Eike? Ne? Der ist ja auch in Teyvat hergekommen.
It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect.
Die kann er dann aber nur lesen und nicht beeinflussen.
The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information and should be able to find it more quickly.
Ja, aber was ist, wenn er wieder seiner alten Gewohnheit verfällt?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns.
Ja, so könnte man das natürlich auch nennen. Die Suche nach der Schwester.
As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Ja, dann danke.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection.
Eigentlich habe ich nur die Quest im Questbuch angenommen. Nicht wahr?
In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease.
Ah, also sind wir quasi Scaramouches, weiß ich nicht, wie kann man es nennen? Babysitter, Eike? Aufpasserin? Passer? Nanny? Keine Ahnung.
Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Ich versteh's.
Great, thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time.
Wirklich?
The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Ja, und weil es jetzt nur das wissen wir ja nur wir, nicht wahr, Eike? Dass es nur jetzt ein Nahida jetzt noch gibt und nicht mehr Ruka der Warte, bis auf die Pilze. Obwohl die Pilze, das wurde jetzt auch inzwischen auch angepasst, nicht wahr?
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Ja, aber vergiss nicht, wir sind hier, um dir auf die Finger zu schauen.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards, but right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Ich habe noch einen Anruf frei.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru.
Cool. Heißt das jetzt, wir gehen jetzt wirklich das Innere von den Weltenbaum?
Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through.
Ich weiß nicht. Die Szene wäre irgendwie besser gewesen, wenn sie ihre Stimme so, was weiß ich, so einen Hall verpasst hätten, Eike, nicht wahr? Eike?
Mhm.
Ja, das würde den Ganzen noch ein bisschen, wer weiß ja, nicht gerade bei uns ist.
I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Das ist wie in diesen, ich weiß nicht mehr, war es ein Film? Irgendein Film? Fantasy oder was? Darf diesen Ort nicht betreten, wenn du schlechte Gedanken hast, weil da werden die manifestiert. Wo war das nochmal? Scheiße, ich komme nicht drauf.
Fine, let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
Ich glaube, das würde ihn umbringen, Eike, nicht wahr? Ne? Wenn er mal versuchen würde, einmal nett zu sein. Das wäre dann wie Sodbrennen. Nein, nett sein. Nach dem Motto.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
Ist das jetzt, wir müssen einfach nur hinter ihnen herlaufen?
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Wenn ihr das überhaupt könnt.
Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
Ja, lass dir mal den Sarkasmus weg. Das ist wie eine Krankheit, haben wir bei South Park gelernt. Wenn man es übertreibt, nicht wahr?
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Das klang jetzt wieder mehr wie Technik, Eike, nicht wahr?
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Was meinst du, Eike? Soll ich das einbauen? Eike?
Nein.
Ist so, wenn Paimon auf rumtritt, dieses Puff-Puff-Geräusch?
Wie du möchtest.
Ich find's ganz witzig.